Good morning, team. We're about to get it today. Bacon, egg, and pepper jack. Alright guys, it's 8 p.m. I'm going to answer some questions that I asked people on my Instagram story to ask. I did 8 hours of computer work today. Ben went and got a workout in. Some days like this, there's just not that much to film, which is on me because I try to schedule vlog days on days where I'm doing things because I think that makes for better vlog content, but not today. So Ben put together an epic 1-minute cinematic intro, which you just watched, and now we are going to answer some questions. Let's go. You've got a lean physique. Do you rely on weight training solely or do you do cardio too? I do no cardio for body composition. I do low intensity cardio for enjoyment. Mrs. Henratty, when can we come over and visit? Anytime you like.
Hi, Mom.
Please tell me you don't wear that white tee on your dates. I absolutely wear white tees on dates. All you need for a good date is a pint of ice cream, either a neighborhood to take a stroll in or a bookstore to wander around and play in. And yeah, that's it. Too many guys trying to buy a woman's attention, which it's just such an awful way to start that specific interaction. If you say, okay, let's go get ice cream, or just say, hey, meet me here, and then with the intent to go get frozen yogurt, hang out, chat, see if you like each other. If you say that and she's like, I want to go get sushi at this restaurant, that's just a no response. It's like, okay, well, maybe someone will do that for you on first date, but ain't happening here. How do you take your coffee? Black with a little bit of sweetener. What's one type of food to cut from the diet, and what's one to add? I would cut one food you dislike the taste of, and I would add one food that you like the taste of. You've said that you quit your job after saving money to take a shot at fitness. If you didn't find success, what was the game plan? That's a great question. At the time, and I don't agree with this now because I have more perspective, but at the time, I was so tunnel visioned that I told myself I would rather be homeless, I would rather live at home with my parents until they kick me out on the street. I would rather do anything else other than this corporate job, which is a little bit just narrow-minded because people who live on the street have very, very, very indescribably hard lives, so I wouldn't actually have done that. But I think it was less of an issue because I was okay living on the lowest possible cost lifestyle. I would have been okay taking a job that I enjoyed more than an accounting job for 40%, 30% of the pay and just lived a very minimalistic lifestyle until I had success in something that I enjoyed more. So that was the game plan. Do you ever question your body composition as you're on film a lot? Example, I'm too skinny, etc. That's a good question. My initial reaction was no, but I know that's not entirely true because when I'm doing more fighting, when I'm doing more combat sport, when I'm doing less lifting, or in times in the past when I've just been very lean, because everyone knows if you don't take steroids and you're very lean, you look small in clothes and you look jacked out of your mind without clothes, and the inverse is true when you're bulking. You look fat when depends on the person, depends on the type of bulk, but you look fatter, shirtless, and with clothes on, you look jacked out of your mind. So maybe, but not to the point where it's ever gonna dictate my decision-making process, i.e. how do I want to spend the next 6 to 12 months with my fitness goals. How I'm gonna look on camera plays 0% into that decision. But That's a good question. Chris Morgan Art. What is your go-to snack for some energy before a workout? I like whey protein, just like 25 grams of whey protein. And depending on how close or far away from the workout I am, if I'm further away from the workout and I'm a little bit hungry, like 90 minute, 75 minute pre-workout, I'll have a banana with that, or maybe one packet of oatmeal. So targeting 30 grams of carbs, but sometimes if it's an hour or 45 minutes pre-workout, I'll just have 25 grams of protein. I tend to like denser foods in that situation. So I would prefer a banana compared to strawberries because 100 calories of banana takes up less room in your stomach than 100 calories worth of strawberries. And whether it's psychological or it's real, having that in me pre-workout, like it just feels better to have less food matter. Top 3 tips to look attractive. You know what? I was thinking about this morning and yesterday. I don't remember what made me think of it, but hygiene is something that most men, in my experience, leave so much low-hanging fruit around. And the one I was thinking about was clipping your fingernails and your toenails because it's so easy. You don't have to do it that frequently. Like, it's just such a big win. But yeah, just like, I don't have 3 tips, but don't have super long fingernails. Unless that's your thing. If that's your thing, then great. But, just keeping like clean and like trim. It's so high ROI for the amount of time it takes. What change do you want to see in your life in 10 years? I want to actually do exactly what I want myself to be doing, like consistently. What do you do when you're let down by someone, especially a friend? Eric, that sucks, man. I would start by communicating with the person because your initial interpretation of what happened might not be exactly what happened. Their motivations might not be exactly what you thought their motivations were. Like, I would go for having a long, honest conversation with the person. However, if it turns out that they just did something, and it depends, like, let you down could be something as simple as they were late or they forgot about X or they, something like that. But if they really did something bad and let you down in that way, and if someone close to you, I don't know what you do, but it's really rough and I'm sorry. Like, I would just take a very bro answer of lift heavier and use outlets for that negative emotion. Like, I'm a big fan of trying to convert bad things that happen to one, and bad is all relative, but bad things that happen into positives, and work and working out are 2 avenues that have worked for me. Do you have any experience designing training programs for people with disabilities, brain, autism? I actually don't, but I still wanted to answer this question because if anyone knows of any good resources for that, leave it below in the comments. Adventures with Janelle. I'm curious, and if people have good information on that, I'd like others to know about it. So, how do you continue to set new goals when you have already achieved big milestones in life? First, good for you, man. Second, I think the answer is self-evident. I think that you've already achieved big milestones and you're good. Stop doing what you're doing. Stop setting new goals and just stay there. And I think boredom, like whatever the emotions and feelings that set in when you stop doing things, when that starts, you're going to want to start setting more goals. You're going to want to go back to climbing because that's what we are. Like, we're problem solvers. We're cut off the head of the snake and 7 more grow, and then you keep cutting, and it's better to have problems that you get to solve and hopefully that are meaningful to you than to not have any problems at all. Should one believe the results from their fitness tracker in terms of calories burned? In my experience, no. They're not accurate, and as far as I have seen, the technology to accurately estimate calorie expenditure, not estimate, because you can estimate obviously, but the technology to track calorie expenditure does not exist. What book is on your reading list that you keep putting off and why? And Ash, coming in with a good question. Oh my gosh. What do we got here? I don't know, but this Soren Kierkegaard book just moved to the top of the list. That I know. I don't think there are any books that I'm putting off right now. All right, rapid fire round to finish. What is your current training split? Pull, leg, push, rest, repeat. So training 3 out of 4 days. Have you ever been in a financial tough period? If so, what tips do you have for people 23 struggling out there? I'm guessing 23 is your age. Yeah, I was mid 5 figures in debt coming out of university. So even though I had the tools between my degree and poker to make moves, I was in a financially not great place. I would actually look at 2 videos I'm going to link below. One is about poker specifically. The other one is more relevant, and that's about money in general. I would watch both of those. How long do you train for? 40 to 60 minutes per session. What's your current workout split and goals? Feel better. I'm in a slight surplus, so a little bit of muscle gain. That's about it. Boxing update. I am boxing, and when I am doing something in that sport that is relevant and exciting, I will absolutely be documenting it in depth here for you guys. I appreciate your interest. JC Wallen. We're going to wrap the vlog here. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you for everyone who asked questions. I hope everyone is well. 1 video a week minimum. Ideally 2 videos. You know what? 2 videos a week minimum. I'm saying it here. We're locking it in. So I'm holding myself accountable to you guys. I'm doing the opposite of post results only, which historically hasn't worked well for me, but we'll see. Thanks for watching. Leave comments below. Talk to you guys soon. Bye.